500 subs, everybody! We are officially halfway there. So as a bit of a special video for hitting this milestone, I decided to make my own dice. Here is how that went. Step 1. Drop the dice template into Photoshop. The first thing I decided to do when the dice template was in Photoshop was simply to mask out the inner part of the dice. The reason for doing this was simply that I just didn't want the question mark or all the striped lines that was in the middle of the dice to be on my own dice. Once I was done with this, I made a quite wacky selection surrounding the entire dice in order to get a good background, but the next step was pretty much to decide the color of the dice. So as you guys can see, I'm pretty much just playing around with the colors here. I rather quickly decided that purple was the dice theme that I was going to go with, and so just as I had decided the exact outer color, I also changed the inside to a fitting color. What I had to do after this was to make the entire image a bit bigger, as this dice was in a very low resolution. So the inner part of the dice. Yep, that is right, this is going to be a Tiki dice, or actually more like a bunny dice. I decided to make the inner part of the dice as bunny themed as I possibly could, but now the first thing that I had to do was get the right placement and the right angle for the bunny's head. I ended up making the ears a bit shorter by cutting out parts of it, as I simply found the head to fit a lot better and have a better position inside of the dice. And so after also adding some texture and an outline to the head, I decided to go and look for some good images. The first thing I found was these speed lines that I wanted to add, as I wanted to use as a surrounding thing on the barriers of the dice. I also lowered the opacity a bit to not make it stand out too much. The next thing I wanted was to add some glow to it all and have some stars in the background as well, so I found this image online, and so I basically got the right placement for it and started to play around with the blending options. Once I was done with that, I got another image that I found online and I placed that on top of the other one, but basically used the same technique. So I don't know about you guys, but when I think about bunnies, I like to associate them with carrots. So I went to look for some carrots. This is what I found, and I actually think it fits quite well in there. So the next thing I did was to add a pip in the middle of the dice. Now this does look a bit different to the pips that actually are in game, but I think it looks pretty good as well, and you can clearly see what it's supposed to be. Once I had all this done, I wanted to add a nose and some teeth. I feel like this is quite an iconic thing about bunnies, so I just went for it. I found it did fit quite well. There you go, there it is. That is the bunny dice, our very own dice that unfortunately is never going to be added to the game. But this is an example of what it actually could look like if it was added to the game. So 500 subscribers, everyone. We have reached this milestone now just a little over 4 months since I uploaded my first random dice video. That is actually just insane. I'm not gonna sit here and go too deeply into this entire thing because I highly doubt that that is what you guys came here for, but as someone who has been doing YouTube for quite a while on different channels, seeing this is actually heartwarming. As of recording this part of the video, I'm currently sitting at 548 subscribers. At this rate, we're actually gonna make it to 1,000 subscribers and maybe even more in no time. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys, every single one of you. Even if you're subscribed or not subscribed, any interaction that you guys have with this channel, it helps. And it's really cool to finally be able to make videos for a great audience. Thank you so much to every single one of you guys who are supporting me. This is something that we've built together, but it's all thanks to you guys. I would greatly appreciate any kind of feedback in the comments, what you guys thought about this video. It was a bit different to what I usually would make, but it was still somewhat random dice related. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video. Take care, stay safe, and later.